What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Don't do that. Don't. Please. Please. It's really annoying. Yeah, a lot of stuff is on the rack.
You do?
Sure. I need to come up with another pillow.
What is going on, everyone? Going on.
Oh, we got 5 people. Hey, guys. It's hot here in Texas.
Yes, 91 degrees, probably just in the house alone.
Well, we're also like, our office is in like atrium area. This is like the hottest spot in the house.
What's going on, Celeste? Herringbone, Going Green Mom.
Good to see you guys. Oh, yeah, Celeste, you got it too. It is so hot. Well, today, you know what? It's not as hot today as it's been all week.
Oh, I went, yeah.
Yeah, you haven't been here. But it feels really humid today. Hey, Brenda, Duncan Homestead. I'm trying to get more people in here because we want to talk about
some serious matter here.
Serious stuff. But I guess in the meantime, we can talk about stuff we did this week.
You gonna do the notes thing?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure everybody in hot areas is dealing with heat damage on their plants. Right before I went to Georgia last weekend, our jalapenos, we could just move them out. The shade cloth, because remember that picture I sent you? It was just like they were sunburned. It was nasty looking. Oh, hey Sherry, I'm glad you could join us.
Hey, I think we know y'all too.
I think we just saw you guys, and we're gonna see you next weekend too.
And where are we gonna see them at?
We're at the Homestead conference, the live conference.
Yeah.
We're going to that next weekend, so I'm super excited. I hear, and I mean, we're just in the beginning of starting to go to things, but I've heard a consensus that is the one to go to for education. Like, I know they have like shindigs and like different gatherings, but I hear that the conference next weekend, if you're seriously going to be a homesteader, is the one to go to. I don't know if anybody else in here has ever been to one, because I definitely would like some tips on what to avoid while I'm there.
Yeah, we're actually, Sherry, we are going to be there Saturday morning.
Yeah, well, we're going to be at my dad's.
Yeah, we're going to be at your dad's. And then...
and on Sunday, we're going to be there.
Sunday, Monday, and we're leaving possibly Tuesday after we meet a probably lunch or something with a special guest that stays out there.
Yeah, there might be a special on the way back.
Yeah.
Guest that we might see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. Hey, 3G. Hey, in Georgia, right here, 3G.
Oh, yay.
Or J3, I'm sorry. I'm colorblind or can't read.
Dyslexic.
But yeah, that too. Going Green Mom is hot again here. We had cooled off for a few days. Let's see. Bless you. Oh, when I sneezed.
The baby.
Anyway. My only knowledge of homesteading is watching YouTube videos. Yes, we're going to talk about that here shortly.
That really started us.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of figured when we was at Big Bear Homestead for Robin's birthday weekend, I kind of felt that, I think I saw a few emails that it was possibly going to get canceled.
There was a vibe.
Yeah. And so I kind of figured that I kind of spoke a little bit too soon, but it was the Texas State Fair that I saw the email that it got pushed to next year through the whole COVID pandemic situation and whatnot. So
and this is our first year like going to things. So we actually had tickets to the shindig that got canceled.
Yeah.
So we were like really wondering if we were going to have 2 strikes of cancellations. But I guess Missouri has different laws in place than Is it Virginia?
Well, the only thing with Missouri is if y'all follow Doug and Stacy, I kind of figured they were going to be doing it.
I really figured that they were going to be throwing this no matter what. So
yeah, but that's neither here nor there. But anyway, it's too bad. Appreciate all of y'all that shared this thread. And I think this live is going to be very beneficial to future homesteaders later on in the future, whatnot, to kind of get the
questions you need to start asking.
Yeah, because we didn't know a lot of these questions, and we've been asking Jason and Robin at Big Bear Homestead, and we were looking at some of Jess, one of her videos that she talked about what she wanted or she wished she would have done differently. Yeah, differently.
That's been the biggest thing for us, is listening to people tell us what you wish you would have done differently if you're a homesteader, because some of the questions that we are even knowing to even ask is going to be like stuff we don't want to regret after investing into property.
Brenda, you're out in Missouri? Are you near the area? Where you?
So my dad lives right on the state line on Table Rock Lake, so 10 miles north of Eureka Springs.
How about you, Hank? Hey, check out Hank's live tomorrow. Go to Homestead. They're gonna do it live tomorrow, 7 o'clock. They banned me from.
You're not allowed to win anymore.
I'm not allowed to win anymore, but let me see my hat there.
Oh,
and
this is my hat. This is my hat because it doesn't fit his head.
Anyway. But this is why if anybody sends me stuff, I always ask for autographs of them, because Hank, you remember that? Yeah. So
it's mine.
Anyway.
It's my head.
Okay. Hey, all-purpose mom, what's going on? When are you gonna come to Texas? Let us know.
Yeah, because we wanted to interview with you, because she talked to us about that before. She's out in Arizona.
Yeah,
and there's like no way in
growing her
double hockey sticks. I will be out there.
Yeah, her and Team Benson's. They are. I don't know how y'all are. Yeah, Team Benson wine. I don't know how y'all do it in a triple digit growing.
Yeah, there's like, I know it's dry and everything, but.
Whoa, what? The video that went viral of them thrown all over the boat, the song turned out for what?
Oh, that video was on that lake. My dad's house literally is on that lake.
Oh, we got to reenact that video without me in it.
I'm not doing that. I can literally see the lake from his balcony on the back of his cabin.
All right. So what you got on there? Okay, so what happened since the last live was we went to our granddaughter's first year birthday party.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, then we went down to Killeen.
Grandpa in the house.
Grandma in the house. Yeah.
Go back to the property. Engine place.
And so that was our first year granddaughter, and she enjoyed herself. I enjoyed myself, and
we took pictures and everything. We haven't shared yet.
Yeah, we haven't shared. I need to, a matter of fact, I probably need you to do that.
I'll put together something.
And then send a link to Sierra, so that way.
Yeah, I need to do that. We actually participated in really surprising Robin for her birthday last weekend at Big Bear Homestead.
Yes. We popped Robin's cherry on getting her feet did.
She's never had a pedicure before, so that was fun.
Oh man, I love
that.
I love making people blush, especially this one right here. And so when I first and she had just it was like a year, it's been like 5 years that I had got some bone spurs taken out of both of my elbows.
Yeah, that was today.
Yeah, and so during that, of course, every time you go see the doctor, they take your blood pressure and stuff like that. And they noticed that my heart rate was kind of high. I said, well, that's because I got this one in the room with me. And she turned bloodshot red, just like, and the nurse was just cracking up. She was like,
so on that note, poor Robin last weekend, he kept like, he was really making her blush the whole time.
Yeah, it was just so funny. And it was just like, yeah, we popped her cherry. And the person that was doing her feet, I'm like, how does it feel that you get the first time ever to touch her feet and popped her cherry, yada, yada, yada. And she was just blushing so red. She had a mask on. You know, we both had all a mask, and her mask was like redder than, her face was redder than that,
yeah, it was really
and everything. And so the lady that was doing my feet, she was just asking questions like, "Oh, y'all, how did y'all hear about us? How, you know, where are y'all from?" And stuff like, "Well, me and her, we're from Texas, and we heard over the grapevine."
Jerry's in here.
Who?
Reap what you sow.
Hey, might be Todd. And so she was like, "Where y'all from? How did y'all hear about us?" I said, "We're originally from Texas, and we Googled Georgia, and we found that y'all were the best people in the state of Georgia.
We came all the way
here to get our feet done just because of y'all and stuff." Like, oh, that's so wonderful. And then I was like, and it's her birthday. She's 23. It's Robin. She's 23, and yada yada yada. This is her first time getting her feet. They was like, oh, happy birthday, happy birthday. And she's like, how do y'all know each other? I was like, Robin, that's Robin. She's my sister. And she was just like the whole time just like turning just bright red. She just was.
And I'm used to his answers. So she would look at me like I needed to say her, and I was like, "You in my boat? Like I'm on vacation."
Yeah. And so she was just turning bright. I'm like, yeah, this me and her. We just we're brothers and sisters. We just have different parents.
Sherry.
Oh, and then
don't start.
And so we would get there, and this Robin, she had this like bunion, this like her foot,
it's
her
not
toe.
That bad.
So she was like, hey, do you know about this? I'm like, yeah, I think everybody know about this now that you raise her foot up and stuff. So I gotta get this thing in there. So he gets out the goggles and stuff.
Let's just remind everybody that she never had one done before. So she was shocked that they brought out the cheese grater.
Yeah, so he was like,
she had no idea.
He was like, oh my goodness.
Stop. Stop. She's not in here to defend herself.
Oh, that's too bad. But anyway,
I want to say something. Sherry mentioned. In return, because we popped Robin's cherry with the pedicure, and they popped mine with having me actually touch a gun. I had never touched.
Yeah, because all what she had was these guns.
These guns are always.
Yeah, so she only had these guns.
I got to touch some real guns.
These are real guns, licensed in Texas and Louisiana.
Stop. No, but I didn't get to shoot. I had never touched one before, and so that was cool.
Let's see. Let me go to some comments real quick as you reminisce about some stuff that it has to me. I don't know. Oh, Coupon Queen, she's in here. Hey, Coupon Queen.
So we have 14 people in here. 7 thumbs up. If you could give us a thumbs up, that would be awesome. Are we going to get on topic?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just making sure.
Where you at now?
We were talking about last weekend.
Okay. Now you're going to this.
No, I already talked about the jalapeno damage, heat damage.
The heat damage. You didn't say much about it.
I did.
Keep on talking about it. I know you like to talk.
No, you just trying to read. You just trying to read. See what I gotta deal with all the time.
Hey, woman to woman, Leah and Tank, how y'all doing?
Hey, can you guys give like a hands up if you already have your homestead property? And then if you don't and you're searching for your homestead property, put like #sign looking or something? Because I would like to know who is in the same boat with us. What?
2 family homestead. You and your shirt, your poop shirt. I pooped today.
Yeah, he shows up to the party with "I pooped today" shirt. So silly.
Yeah. So, okay, J3 and read what you sow. Yeah. How many acres do you have? And for anybody else, how many acres do you have? And what would you do differently on the property that you have now? Because we, as y'all know by the title, we are searching for a property with Homestead, and we were looking, and we noticed that. What are some of the things that you noticed?
Well, some of the stuff I never even knew to even ask about were about mineral rights.
And that's something I saw on some of the YouTube
and we
videos.
asked a homesteader that has property that had no effing clue.
Well, this was Steven.
What that was.
This was Steven from Nature's Always Right. They was on
He had no idea what that was.
Yeah, he just went from San Diego over to Tennessee, I believe, and he got, I think, 5 to 10 acres. Sherry, quote me if I'm wrong. And
yeah, that was
he did. I've asked about mineral rights because when I was watching a few of the YouTube videos, they was asking, make sure when you buy your property that you, if you can ask for mineral rights or something of that nature.
Try to get your mineral rights.
Yeah. So if any of the homesteaders have mineral rights, how did you go about that, or was it already included into your when you bought your homestead property?
Reap what you sow. Now that I know about it and why, because if you found gold on your property,
or especially in Texas, oil
or something like that, you don't have rights to it unless you have mineral rights. Who did not know that?
Okay, so read what you sow. They own 3 acres, but live on 300 of the family land, I believe.
Oh, okay. It's connected to family.
Okay. Yeah, and that's with Todd's family. Am I correct? And then going green. Oh, this is going by fast now. Ooh. Hold on. I ain't used to this. We only used to about like 10 people in here.
Yeah,
hold on.
We're not popular, okay?
Where was I at?
Well, we were talking about the mineral rights and what you sow.
Hey, Brett and Cindy, TN Living. Okay, J3, he's on 5.5 acres, a little bit more than 5.5 acres.
In middle of town. So in middle of town where you live, are there deed issues? Because that's another thing that I'm just learning about is deed rights. They can limit organic raw root.
It's
telling me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because she has property, like 10 acres in one spot, 3 acres in another, and they can't have an RV on their land. And it must be for deed rights, and they're out in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
They can't have pigs on their property. They found this out after getting their property, and I think it has to do with deed rights because we were listening to something today about deed rights and these silly little laws. It's almost like when I was listening to it, it sounds like almost like an HOA kind of thing. Yeah.
And so what we was looking at that was, or listening to that was, when they say, when you have deed rights, make sure you get a copy of that deed right so you know your what are the requirements and limitations and whatnot. Were you about to say something?
Oh, I was going to ask, does anybody else that have property know their deed rights, or did they find out about it afterwards, and what were you limited to based on it?
Read what you sow. They said don't buy without mineral rights. Mm-hmm. And Duncan, they're at 10 acres. They didn't have it laid out 1 acre deep by 10 acres long. Ooh. Well, from what I was told, 1 acre is about the size of a football field, if I'm correct. Quote, so, let me know if I'm wrong. 1/10 of an acre wouldn't be in a trailer park, okay?
What?
I'm sorry. That was by Going Green Mom. She said 1/10 of an acre wouldn't be in a trailer park.
Okay. Now, in our search for land, I'm open to having, if we find a lot of land and there's like a mobile home on it, like I'm open to that. That's what my granny and papa did many years ago. Because that will become like a guest house, because between the two of us, we can build a house.
Yeah. Crystal. Hey, Crystal Strong. What's going on?
Oh, Crystal's in here, and she has a lot. How much property do you have, Crystal? because I know you guys have some property, and you guys aren't far from us down in the. I'd like to see her on our next trip down to Houston to see family.
Hey, Coupon Queen. I mean, we are going to do some garden advice. If you have some garden advice, you don't have to leave.
Ask anytime. Ask anytime.
As you can see, we have a plethora of content creators that do a lot of gardens. If you ask any questions, most of the moderators.
You're going to get 5 different answers.
Yeah.
You'll get
So,
answers.
Suburban Hillbilly, welcome, welcome. Didn't see y'all come in.
J3G3 Farm says you got to have deeds. Wait,
I'm sorry.
You got to have deeds, and pigs are the online things I can't have because. Okay, so you're the second person. So I heard that from Organic Raw Root. She couldn't be with us today. She told me what she had going on. So there's limitations based on your location. And a lot of people go and they get this land and they don't find this out until after the fact.
Yeah.
Some have to pay penalties in their lesson. It's an expensive lesson to find out.
Crystal, y'all have 36 acres and y'all are downsizing to 6 to 10? How much are y'all selling those?
He wants to be in your area, so let's
talk. How much are y'all selling those acres for?
And do you have mineral rights? Do you have any deed issues? We want to know.
Sherry put, yeah, reap what you sow is way out in the boonies. Yeah, I watched that video where y'all went to go visit her. Going Green Mom, around here, people can write into sales contract to keep people from putting mobile homes on there later. Really? Ooh, that's not good.
That stinks.
Celeste Nest, build codes are strict where I am. Where are you at again, Celeste Nest? Kind of wish. Celeste.
Yeah.
Kind of wish my property was across the street, a different county, because the codes are different. That's crazy how across the street it could be that much different.
Sherry, that's on point.
What?
Nothing. Keep reading everything else.
J3, pigs are the only thing I can't have in the city. So I know you got chickens. What else do you have, J3?
And is that a common thing as far as these little deed rules with the pigs, the RV thing? Is that like a city kind of thing? I'm really curious.
And we're not really, after dealing with Jason's and Robin's homestead, pigs and cows is one thing we definitely don't want to do.
I will help my neighbor. like I will help my neighbor with their pigs, and I will help my neighbor with their cows, but I don't want that.
Sherry put at this stage, I think we're stuck here. Going Green Mom, I am looking for a campground and will move my trailer. Would love to get into a van and bus conversion with slow traveling. Okay. Brent and Cindy, 1 acre is 43,500 square foot. Yeah, so about the size of a football field.
And
Crystal, Texas Garden, our property is totally unrestricted. Now, what does for the people that don't know anything about unrestricted, what does that mean? Can you have basically anything like goats, sheep, pigs, cows, without getting any kind of?
Crystal brings up a good point. She says there's no mineral rights on her next comment. It's very rare in Texas to get mineral rights. Those are usually old money things that are handed down from family.
Oh, okay.
Because this is a state known for oil, and I think that's probably why. So we may run into an issue with mineral rights.
Okay.
So we can't have it be a full deal breaker, but I want to ask about it.
Yeah. Brent and Cindy said we have a little less than 2 acres in a small town. Make sure you give these fine folks thanks, Sherry.
Oh, did you read the whole? No, especially.
Well, especially.
Just so you know. Get out of my face.
November, you already said. Okay, Jackson, Georgia. How far is that from Lawrenceville, Georgia, Celeste? Sherry put, no cows, no pig. Yeah, after doing that whole catching calf cow. Was it calf cow? You call it ninja?
It's ninja cow.
Ninja cow.
Ever since then, it's been that cow's been called ninja cow.
And when we caught that
calf cow,
and when we caught that calf and help
I did not
castrate it.
mind help castrating after.
Oh, after all that stuff he put us through, I didn't mind either. Heck, I was ready to roast him.
You thought it was going to be something real nasty with the castration, and it ended up being like.
Still.
No, you really thought it was going to be something.
Oh, poor cow.
Anyway. So we talked about mineral rights being a new question, deed rights being a new question that we never knew to even ask. Another thing I've heard about is the easements.
Yes, I will, Sherry.
What?
She's like, you're going to hug me anyway next time. Yes.
Yeah. Your family now. But the easements, what else did I have?
VLB, if anybody knows what VLB is.
That's the Veterans Land Board. Yeah.
Are you sure?
He's a veteran. So in Texas, they have this, and I don't know if it's in other states, but I know in Texas, there's a Veterans Land Board. And they actually have property in Texas that they will only sell to veterans. And you have to put 5% down on whatever it is, but I just found some property that was like 13 acres for $75,000 in Texas through the Veterans Land Board. So.
J3 put goats and chickens, thinking about ducks and alpacas. Yes, I definitely. Now for us, after learning about the
curry goats.
Yeah. So. After learning about the deeds, and learning that, make sure you know what you're going to want to grow or have on your property for animal wise. And so I definitely want to have land, and I definitely want to have goats. And I definitely want to have poultry, from chickens, turkeys. We
definitely want to process our own chickens.
Yeah, after going with learning from Robin and Big Bears, they basically we're our stepchildren.
They taught us everything we know when it comes to chickens.
Yeah, and so we definitely want to do those. We're not sure about other things. Like Nathan, I know he does quail, and I know Robin and Jason does.
Yeah, and they have some corn. Don't they have some Cornishes or something?
No, just basically quails. Okay. Yeah. So
they're doing classes now. Like they're like Jason and Robin. They're giving instruction now. So if anybody wants to even learn how to process chickens, you should hit up Big Bear Homestead to even like learn how to do it, because I don't think that I would feel confident to do what we're doing now if they didn't show us that and teach us.
Now, Crystal, Texas Garden, she put, we have 99 coming through 3 miles away. This area price have jumped up about 40. Whoa! Now, that's a good, I'm glad you brought that up. Now, price-wise, without trying to get too personal into y'all business, I found that if you can find anything under $1,000 per acre is a good deal. So let me know if that is good. Todd or Jared, reap what yourself put, my cows are my money in the bank. And I love y'all butchering of y'all cows y'all did that one year. And I think y'all.
Can you guys teach us how to butcher cows?
Because when I leave Georgia, I'm going to be heading back to Texas, driving this time.
We would love to come visit you guys. Next time you're going to butcher some cows, like invite us. We will help you. We want to learn.
Yeah.
And I
don't
want, like right now, we don't feel like we want to have cows after running after cows. But
no. I think I just want to have a bull or steer, whatever they're called, and just pay people, have people pay us to mate their heifers with.
So you want to get a really good high class bull?
Yeah.
And then like have people
pay us. Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna be cow pimps,
or even do a barter system. Because I really I like the barter system. That's something another thing that Jason and Robin are trying. Well, what they were trying to do before this whole pandemic stuff happened is do the whole barter system. And I think the homestead community will benefit a lot from that.
We're interested in the homesteading community and in figuring out where we can be beneficial in the bartering, of things.
Go back to our old ways of doing stuff. Let's see. 20 minutes south of Atlanta. Okay, Celeste is only 20. Okay.
Oh, that whole time you've been there.
Well, during the whole pandemic stuff, I was supposed to go see the Bulls Garden. I was supposed to go see somebody else. I forgot her name, her family name. I think they're like 2 hours away. I was supposed to go back to see Hank and Gina from Hamiltonville Farm.
COVID screwed messed up everything.
It just messed everything up. So.
But Two Family Homestead said that the cows and the pigs. I am not surprised. That is the common theme, and I think that has made us not want to have them.
Yeah.
Honestly, is our experience with Big Bear Homestead and them dealing with them getting out all the time. Like, I would be so annoyed by that.
Read what you sow, but make sure you have clear right of ways. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah, tell us what clear right of way. Where's my? Oh, here. Clear right of
check
way.
it here. Right. Make sure you write on this pin right here.
Oh, and this is a really nice pen, Sherry. As soon as you can't even, and it shows up backwards. But the pen that you guys have it writes really nice.
It's fabulous, simply fabulous.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal. I should have stolen more than I did.
Hey, Swampy Acres Homestead, welcome. I think this is your first time here. What hardiness zone are y'all in? Love's in here. Okay, Love. We have 68 acres in Mississippi. My 70-year-old aunt says we have mineral rights, but how do we find? That is a great question. How do you find out about it? I believe from what we was looking at is in the check the deeds of your property, and it's supposed to be publicly known. And I guess that's where
you'll find the deed rights as well.
Yeah, so
you should be able to go to the city and find these things out. And everything we're hearing, or at least recent advice on property that we're looking at, unfortunately, you need to go do your own homework on every piece of property you're looking at. You have to go to the city. You have to ask these questions, especially if you're like before you pull the trigger and buy the property. Find this out, because you could really screw yourself.
Celeste Ness, but can't wait to get me some beads. And that's another thing I think about the deeds is. Oh, what you were saying about if you have bees,
they can even tell you.
No, about if you have bees.
Organic Raw Roots. She's awesome. If you guys don't know her, you should follow her. She's so helpful. So some states won't make you pay property tax if you have beehives or a green belt.
Now, if y'all know what green belt is, besides kung fu stuff,
like we're in Texas, so we know nothing is green.
Yeah.
So that must be in certain other states, but in some states, if you have beehives, you don't have to pay property taxes. And if you don't know that, how do you find that out?
Yeah. So
I want to know that too. And we already get a deal. For people that don't know, he's 60% disabled veteran, so. Texas, I know, treats veterans really well, so that's why we are Atlanta, Georgia. I'm just gonna bring this up, Georgia. So I know that Big Bear Homestead would like us to be in Georgia, but you know what? We have to pay for parking at the airport with him being a disabled veteran. In Texas, we don't. We have so many more things that we don't have to pay.
It's more veteran friendly than any other state.
They are pro-veteran here in Texas.
Yeah. UT, what's going on? You should raise tigers like the Tiger King. We're close to Oklahoma, but
if we did that, I would be his beard.
I guess I gotta watch the movie to find out what that means. But anyway, check out YouTube, UT 33200. They do an excellent container gardening. So for people that live
Small
in apartments,
spaces,
if people that don't have property, check them out. They do excellent tomatoes and peppers, and they even do some taste testing and whatnot. You go too fast.
Well, you just slow.
Yeah. Well, there's so many questions on it. I'm not used to it.
You need to keep going. You were there for a long time.
Going green. My family was in the stud service. Please elaborate. In the 40s. Crystal, Texas garden under 1,000 is unheard of around here.
Yeah, because she's near like aren't you near the Conroe area? That's
Mama Z is near Conroe. I think you're more west, I believe, of Houston.
Yeah, tell us exactly, because I forgot.
If it was about 10 years, if J3 put, if I was 10 years younger, I would deal with cows. Exactly.
We like, for those of you that are just like kind of joining us right now, like we're being because we're in our midlives. Like we are looking to age in place in this property that we get. This is going to be the last place. So if it takes us all year doing this homework, we're young enough right now to do that, because we're preparing for like this is the last stop.
Suburban hillbilly, a bull without a herd is dangerous. Think about that before you act on it. I grew up in a country where homesteading was called being farmers. Can you elaborate on that? I kind of see where you're getting at, but just in case if somebody's that's not familiar with homesteading,
what was that?
Right here, will understand that. Woman to woman, we are looking here in Michigan, more north yet hard winter. Yeah, see, that's another thing. The lowest I would like to go in hardiness zone is a zone 7A.
Are you willing to go out of Texas for property?
Oh yeah, anything that's 7A to about 10, I'm willing to do, because
so something that's happened during COVID that's been a blessing is that you are now going to be working from home as you finish that job.
Yeah.
So we can go live anywhere.
Yeah. 2-family homestead. Should I bring more? Bring what?
Where?
Right here. All right, Celeste. She put clear right away is access to your land. I've heard something about that. Having the right of way to your property and how people. I got to look at that video again. Sorry.
Oh, and Sherry asked, wouldn't the clerks of courts have that information?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I wrote it here as a note for myself because I need to. I'm unemployed now, so like I'll be doing a lot of this footwork. And
Texas, Crystal Texas Garden responded to Nay Love. You'll be able to find the information at the property tax. Yes. What part of Michigan? I'm north in Illinois, about 8 minutes of the border. Says going green. No, 7A is because the reason why I would love anywhere from 7A and below, because we have long growing seasons. 7A, 7B is because they have milder summers than Texas has right now.
And right now, I also feel like for those of you, like I feel like we're leaning a little bit. What keeps us like in this Texas thing is the veteran thing, because it's really nice not having to pay anything at the airport. I'll park right in the front, and we don't have to pay anything for parking.
Read what you sow. If you travel through and anyone's property, you have to have a right of way. That's for rural area. Oh, okay. Thanks for clarifying that, Todd. Duncan put here in Missouri, you can find out by going to the clerk's office. Okay. Going green responded to 2-family. Where are you going through? I am far north, center of the state, central Michigan.
What did you? I missed a mistake. I'll just a little bit. Greenbelt is preserving a piece of property inside or near an urban area. Bettering land near a city to preserve its natural use. So, okay, so
Greenbelt. UT put Greenbelt is preserving a piece of property inside or near an urban area, bettering land near a city to preserve.
So you won't have to pay taxes, but you probably won't be able to have pigs. You probably won't be able to have an RV. So you need to know what your priorities are.
If oh wow, I skipped out a lot of stuff. It's going too fast. I'm not used to it.
I know we're not popular. So we're not used to.
Or could. Okay. UT also put a green belt is possibly policy and land use zone designation used in land use planning to retain areas in large undeveloped wild agricultural land surrounding. This is why I can't. I got to find me some black gloves. Going green, mama.
Okay. Oh, dang.
Hey, got some juice. I got some juice. Okay, popular opposite. Welcome to the chat. The conversation discussion is basically we're searching for a homestead and we just have some questions.
Stuff we never have known to even ask.
And it could basically benefit people that are want to be self-sustainable, to ask questions to people that we have in the chat that has already owned their homestead and ask them what they would do differently.
We've been learning from a lot of homesteaders after they got their property what they would do differently.
J3 put, come to Georgia. We'd love to have you. I'm already in Georgia. I'm ready to leave Georgia.
You know what? This is funny for anybody that hasn't heard this before. He hates Dallas. Like he hates
I hate
Dallas.
the city life.
He hates that. No, but like he thinks he loves Houston and Houston's traffic's great or whatever.
I love the outskirts of Houston. I don't love Houston particularly.
Anyway, so he hates Dallas traffic. You know what? I love that he's gone to Georgia and now hates Atlanta traffic so much that Dallas ain't nothing. Like it's nothing for him now. So I'm really you gonna pull a junior with you, really?
Yeah.
You're such a jerk.
So cows are very easy to raise.
Okay,
right,
so
right kind of cows and good fence.
And this is just the ignorance in us and not having cows, because I see the benefit of having cows. What?
Going green, mom put, they sold semen nationwide for AI and think locally would rent bulls out to people.
I would rent my bull.
I don't know.
Or you can drop your heifer off and like just bring some meat.
Yeah, so I ain't jerking no cows. I'm sorry. I don't see how that can happen. It's time to settle down. Crystal Texas Garden, east of Houston.
I'm paid for it.
Between Houston and Beaumont. Okay, so is that Sealy or kind of near Sealy?
Why does that sound? Oh, is that Arkansas? Because that's where
Houston, Beaumont.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. There is a Sealy, Arkansas. That's why.
Sealy, the home of Eric Dickerson, football legend. Two family homes. Do you want me to bring you more pin? Oh, yeah. And my mask. Yes, my mask.
And Sherry, I do want to get one of the coffee cups too. You tagged me in that today. I did I forgot to ask him about it, but yes. What?
I said no.
Oh, okay.
Suburban hillbilly, very aggressive. If you even faced an animal that big, you understand. Okay. Yeah, don't want to know.
Wait. I want to go back. I didn't get to finish my statement on the cow thing. So, in our ignorance of observing the cow issue, of them getting out all the time because these electronic fences, and like I see the value in those things, but I feel like I personally would have like cattle panels, and like, and that's just my ignorance. Because I would not have the patience for them to challenge my electric fence and get out all the time. I don't feel like I would have the time. Like they would be straight up meat.
We'll be around some hooter rides or some what's called.
When we lived in Montana, we were around a lot of hooter rides.
Crystal Texas Garden, off topic, just collected a dozen duck. I didn't know you had ducks. is cheesecake. Now, for those that have ducks, are you using the ducks just for eggs or for meat? And what's the difference between duck eggs as taste wise compared to chicken?
I've never tasted a duck egg.
Me either.
I
I've
want
eaten duck
to.
before.
So if we come through, Crystal, I'd like to. I want you to like actually like at Big Bear Homestead they were supposed to like do gun practice with me, but Crystal like she actually does that on her property.
Yeah.
So Crystal, like I would totally come for a lesson from you for my first time.
And doing using duck eggs for cheesecake.
And if we had some duck eggs, I would totally dig that.
J3, we got land that.
See, she wants to leave the Houston area. Crystal, thank you, because he wants to live down in Houston, and I
got family there. So.
I hate the humidity. I don't care. I don't care. I've lived in Houston. I was born in Galveston.
You were Galveston. That's not in Houston.
And I lived in Leak City, Texas.
Not Houston.
And I remember being 4 years old on the side of my bed
you can't remember that far back.
After a hurricane, like it's traumatic and it's humid, and I hate humidity. And I don't.
Duncan put. We found out through the county clerk's office that our place was originally owned by long lost uncles of Paul and was listed at the county courthouse as the Duncan Homestead in 19. Oh, that's where you got your name from. Cool.
That's good information.
Suburban hillbilly, Atlanta traffic. Welcome to my world. My husband, some COVID traveling constantly. The airport is his own. Yes.
Yeah, we're traveling constantly because
every other weekend out of Atlanta airport. Ugh. Going green, Mom. If you are, I'm in some type of county, Indiana, open to southern Michigan too for land. Okay, Houston is way too hot.
Suburban hillbilly. Okay, so I told you I'm ignorant. She says a cattle panel is nothing for a bull looking for a heifer. You would know about that. So cattle panels, barbed wire, or an electric fence won't stop that. Sometimes it takes several bullets. See, that's what I'm saying. Like with cows, I would probably just have meat like after like 3 times of having to chase them, and then I wouldn't have any cows.
Crystal put, the other thing you need to consider when buying property is equipment. The bigger the property, the equipment you need, little lawn tractor. Well, see, that's why I got a push mower that somebody can operate.
I have been cutting our grass with him gone. Okay.
We'll be cutting it later on tonight.
Texas.
We'll be cutting it later on tonight.
Yeah,
because
after this
in Texas, you either cut early in the morning or later in the evening.
Like in Texas, since you've been gone, I start at 7:30 at night cutting the grass.
Suburban hillbilly, I could shoot a gnat off of a fence post. Oh, where are you at, Suburban hillbilly?
Yeah, because I have, okay, so Big Bear Homestead and 2-family Homestead, they brought out all of their guns last week.
Even Sherry,
she has a really great gun. It's
she
really
has a cute,
but it's really cute.
Super cute.
But the thing I told her, like, if you have a cute, gun with pink on it, I think that somebody's gonna think it's a toy and then try me, and then I'm gonna have to I don't want cute. Like they need to know it's really a gun. But I've never shot one, so like if anybody has property and is willing to show me like how to shoot, because before we get property, I want, like, I feel like that's a necessity. It should have been a necessity with him gone, with me living by myself this whole time in an urban area in Dallas during riots that actually came into our neighborhood. So.
Oh yeah, just south of Atlanta. Okay. So what was another thing? Easements. To know where your easements are at when you're
and what is the easement issue?
Well, because you can't build on the easement because that's their That's the city way of saying anywhere. This is your
What
land.
can you do on an easement?
Like for our house, we have like a 15. I think it's like a 15-foot easement, and then on your side of the house, you have 5 or 10.
Oh, Jerry will teach me how to shoot.
Or Todd.
Is it Jerry or Todd? It's usually Todd in the legs.
Yeah. My youngest daughter has shot a smiley face on a target the size of half. Oh,
I want to know if I'm a good shoot. I don't even know if I can shoot a gnat off of anything at this point. Okay, so like I want to know like where I'm at.
So what are some of the questions that we should be asking with realtors? Is there particular lenders we should be requesting?
And keep in mind, he is a disabled veteran. So there, like we already get, I guess this house is our homestead that we get, what, 50% off of our...
A certain percentage off of our property tax.
Yeah, in Texas. Texas has better discounts for veterans that we've seen so far. So if your state has really great deals for veterans, I want to know that too.
J3 put in Georgia 30-foot easement. Reap what you sow. So it is Todd, and he taught Jerry how to shoot, or Jerry can shoot as well. Suburban Hillbilly, look for local gun range here. Here they have Ladies' Day. Range time is free. Bring your own stuff, which we don't have, and it's no cost. I'll always try to buy targets, at least one box of ammos when I go. Celeste says, I have a power line easement that goes through the entire, it is split in half and I can use the land, but the power company must have access.
Like Golden Green Mom says that use the space for temporary purposes. I have a friend with an easement for the electric high towers. They just came through and made them move anything that was, where'd it go?
Right here. Made them move anything that was on the land, boiler shed. So that's what I'm saying. You have to make sure if whatever your easement is, you have to build off of that.
Temporary stuff.
Sherry put, check out prices for guns at Rural King.
I want to know what I like before I even buy anything. So like I want to practice like figuring out what gun I like.
J3 put, disabled vet, you can have up to 150 acres and not pay taxes. Is that property tax,
and
land tax?
What is that? Because I know.
Ro, welcome. I was stationed with her in Montana. They are out in Florida right now.
And she's been growing some ish.
What's ish?
Yeah.
Hey, 100% disabled veterans in Florida pay 0 state property tax, and kids could go to state college for thank you for sharing your knowledge on here. Love following you guys and miss you as well. Yes. How far are y'all from Boca Raton?
Our connection is unstable. It's reconnecting. Can you see it? Oh, it's back. Okay. It said that we're disabled, and then so.
Suburban Hillbilly gun range will rent guns by the hour, so you can see what you like. That's something that we are wanting to do.
Okay, 5 people in here watching have not hit the thumbs up, so I'm just gonna ask you, please hit that if you're getting anything from this.
Where at in Florida is your daughter at, Sherry?
And is this the daughter that looks like, who is it that she looks like? What?
Doug and Stacy. Oh my God!
Are you geeking out?
I'm geeking out. I am geeking out.
I'm so excited to meet you guys.
So Doug and Stacy, I know y'all did a video
I don't
on.
know which one's here.
It's probably Doug. I know you did a video on 5 things to look for doing homestead property. If you don't mind giving us your expertise, if you could do an update, or what would you like to, or what would you do differently, that'd be great. If y'all don't know, y'all must be living under a rock.
If you don't know Doug and Stacy,
they're basically off grid. They don't have, they provide their own, they collect their own rainwater and do their own electricity, everything of that nature. But
and we always knew we weren't going to be as awesome as they are.
and we're going to be honored to go visit them next weekend of their conference that they're doing. So
tickets are sold out. So we got our. I actually tried to buy VIP tickets, and there was only one. And this jackhole was like, "I'll get it for me," and I was like, "I'm buying," so that's not happening. So, so we just, got the ticket so we could get the 2 people.
Oh man. Oh man, I'm geeking out right now.
Yeah, I know. And Doug or Stacy, like, if there's some advice, because I don't know at what point you came in, but we've been learning about deed rights, mineral rights, and you guys are far ahead of us on our journey. Like so if there's some advice that you can give us on what you would have done differently, like, would you have done anything differently than what you've done? Because I don't want to learn after getting my land
things that we
can't do.
Yeah.
I don't want to be limited. I want to know my limitations ahead of time. Oh, so I think you guys were smart enough that you did your homework.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you can even talk about some of the horror stories that you've heard from other homesteaders that bought property that kind of regretted the things.
I think they did a lot, because I want to say that you guys were in California, or you guys were west somewhere before you got to where you're at, because you guys thought it through, even with your air conditioning and how you were heating and all that stuff.
Wow, dumb luck. Woo, that's crazy.
Really?
Now I don't want to be off grid. I still kind of be on the grid. I do want to be able to.
We like internet. We like a little AC.
I do want to be able to collect.
Texas.
I do want to be able to collect rainwater. And at first I thought Texas, we couldn't do it, but they can do it.
Yeah, and that's another thing for us. But it's hot here, so we can't even think about no AC.
Yeah.
But we also limit ourselves to Texas because of our veteran benefits in Texas.
Yeah. Suburban hillbilly. He just wet his pants. I did kind of a little bit.
You got it.
I'm kind of moist.
He's moist this time.
Crystal, Texas Garden, with property check to see if utilities are provided and if you'll need well, septic. Also check to see how much the power company is going to charge. Yeah, because Texas Electric Company, they are a monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, it's
like that with cable in Texas too.
And that's the reason why we don't do cable. We just do internet. But I knew for sure no restrictions, no regulations, and from this is from Doug and Stacy. From there, I was like dominant, and then from there it was like yes, and that's something. Being both of us being military brats when we were growing up, there was always restrictions on base, post, whatever it may be, that you after 24 hours after snow, you had to make sure you shovel the snow off of your sidewalks. Your grass can only be certain height, and we didn't. It
was like HOA.
Yeah, and everywhere. That's something that we didn't want to be a part of.
Never been on board with that kind of stuff.
Oh wow!
So that was my next question. Was about mineral rights. So you guys have.
That is awesome.
So where they're at is sounding more.
I'm fine with Missouri. I don't mind.
My dad lives in Missouri. Yeah. My dad lives right on the on Table Rock Lake. We're actually going to see him on our journey to
go see the conference with y'all.
Guys. Yeah, we're looking forward to just learning because we're really on that path.
Celeste put no HOA. I happen to live in I feel sorry.
HOA is the devil.
Yeah, my best friend, he lives in the HOA community, and they technically can't have a garden, and swim pools and
retarded. I don't know why people do that. I mean, it's bad. I shouldn't have said that. I don't know why people do
Yeah. Hi, Mr. Sherry. This is going up above. Yes, my daughter looks like Denise, and the other way around. She's in Port
St. Luke. Oh, okay.
Cool. Okay. I missed a comment. I live in Herbert Field, so Balkan is about. Ooh, never mind. Can't come visit you.
Oh, yeah, she's way around.
Yeah, can't come visit you, Roro. Sorry.
I was out there with him on the last trip.
Broussard, what's going on, Brett?
Hey. So, Broussard, I want to ask you this because in our homework today, we learned that in some states, because I know you guys do honey beehives, in some states, you don't have to pay property taxes if you have beehives.
Yeah.
So do you know that about you?
In Louisiana, if you have a beehive, are y'all exempt from paying property tax?
And Doug and Stacy, if you guys know that too, I don't know,
Well, no, they no, they just don't have they have all their
mineral rights, which is very attractive to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And certain states have a certain percentage of mineral rights that you can claim or you can keep. Well, I guess with Doug and Stacy, they can keep all their mineral rights. So you could get an ag exempt. Can you kind of explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, I'm a little ignorant on that. I understand it to limited amounts.
But I think in Texas, if you have a certain amount of cattle or something, like you could get ag exempt. So
Broussard's not aware. So our friend, Organic Raw Roots, is another content creator. She in Florida does not have to pay property taxes because they have some beehives.
Sherry put, can Doug and Stacey, can I buy some veggies from y'all? They have no garden. I thought y'all grew some weeds this year.
Not even the good kind.
Wait, is there a good kind? So I'm not aware.
Not for me.
So Doug and Stacey, but that's all through the county. So if you have 2 acres, you could zone one for beehives and get So write that down.
Awesome.
See about if we have a beehive, if we can get
2 acres.
If that's good for Texas.
With beehives. Because I'm interested in beekeeping.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Herbs, bees, that's my department.
Yeah. And I just Doug and Stacey, I just got Mrs. Nakid Gardner a fermenting kit, so she's going to be fermenting.
I just did my own canning of some spicy
Alabama Reds.
Oh yeah, some Alabama Reds and it's a mixture, Clemson's and some Star of David's. Yeah.
Yeah. So our goal is to get something similar to you, Doug and Stacey and Robin and
just a little more
Jason
modern.
and Robin and stuff. Yeah, a little bit more modern.
I still like to have my
I do like your little shop area, and that'll be nice. Yes, their fermenting videos is awesome.
I've really learned a lot from Doug and Stacey, and especially like I was watching Stacey with the elderberry stuff, and that's where I learned it's really good to have elderberry trees like wherever your chickens are. It's so healthy for them.
That's something we learned from Stephen from Nature's Always Right.
That as well.
Yeah, but when we first started this whole garden experience, Doug and Stacey, Callie Kim, Rustic Garden. I mean, all of those people are some of the Jess
was like the heart for us.
She was our idol trying to grow tomatoes because she's the tomato queen of that everybody knows. And
I just love her attitude about
her laugh is so inviting. Yeah.
But and
ghee, yes, woman to woman. Yes, I want to learn about making our own ghee.
We just found a really cool Mediterranean organic grocery store before coming home for this live today that had ghee, and Doug and Stacey did it. I watched a video And so like it will be really cool to get to.
Yeah, I can't wait for this conference at theirs next week. I just want
to absorb so much information.
Taking videos of every conference and
whatever,
speech.
If they allow that. I don't even know. Like
I think they do. I think they do.
It's our first time going. So
well, let's ask them. They're here. Doug and Stacy, are we allowed
What are our limitations?
Are we allowed to record some of the footage at this venture next weekend?
Because I'm sure you guys are too, but I want, from my perspective, to capture this stuff, to go back and like look at it for myself. Oh, I could get these if I knew.
Not every talk, all talk, but snips and snaps. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah, we'll be having our little notepad and taking a lot of notes and trying to absorb as much as we can. Mm-hmm. And so that will be awesome.
Yeah, this is, for the long haul for us, at least for the second half. Like, as I mentioned before, we're at our midlife now. So like, this is like, we're wanting to age in place. We want to get ready to be as self-sufficient as possible. And it's just the two of us. A lot of homesteaders are, and I know, like, I'm horrible for saying this, like breeding and having children and all this. We're not, we don't have little kids helping us. Like, I have grown adult children, like, that are off having their life. Like, it's the two of us. So we're aging in place in our property for the two of us, right?
Yes. Yeah. Now, for any of the moderators, can y'all put the link for Doug and Stacy's conference and kind of show them what they're missing, so that way next year they'll be able to
buying these tickets ahead of time.
Because it's almost sold out 2 months before we bought our tickets.
During COVID, I purchased these tickets on a wing and a prayer, and there was only one VIP ticket left, so I couldn't even get 2 VIP tickets. I was trying to buy them. Oh, guess what?
Chicken butt?
What? Chicken butt.
Broussard's Homestead found picnic roast for 59 cents a pound this week. Chopped brown made it. Ooh, candied okra. Broussard's Family Homestead, they got an excellent video on how to start okra. We are growing a lot of okra.
We're doing an experiment of okra, and so if you do follow us on Instagram, I can do a little update.
I know she made us seem like we're old, didn't she?
I know we look younger than what we are, but we are old.
Oh, bring some of that rain over here.
He's a granddaddy.
Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm waiting for the suspense, Doug and Stacy. What's going on?
What? Yeah. Gonna leave us with that.
Really busy, so you have to go, but really busy, so I have to go. But appreciate the hangout, everyone.
Okay, you two. We'll see you guys later.
Guess what, y'all? Y'all are the first to know the schedule is up now. Oh, gotta go to the schedule. Hold on.
Oh.
So pay no attention to me for the next about 15 minutes.
No, I'm not holding this up for the next 15 minutes. But you can bring up the thing.
All right. Okay.
You are not going to be distracted.
It's in Hannibal, Missouri. Oh, right here. Get to click on that link. Thank you, Sharon. Click on this link. Get to see who's all going to be there. We call kind of speakers. I know Jason and Robin was supposed to be there, but they couldn't find a babysitter for their
property.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a challenge, I think, for people that do these. And I can foresee that. It's going to be a challenge for us as we start to have animals, like to participate in some of these things. And it's our first year, and like we're hoping that next year to have all of these things going on, and then how are we going to leave? Like I feel like I have 2 kids. I feel like between like my kids and my niece, they would help us
Depending on where we're at.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to figure that out.
Yeah. Maybe we can hire a Bintern like Jess and Maya.
Oh yeah, Bintern.
Yeah.
Which we have talked about. Something I told him that I'm really interested in, and I don't know the logistics of it. It's just an interest. Whatever we end up with, because we are, we have adult children. I would like to have a situation, ideally, wherever we end up, to have maybe kids that aren't where they should be in life, or are going through a difficult time, or in between the system, and a place to learn some life skills is, I feel like it's kind of a calling for me.
Oh my God.
What?
For y'all that don't have the tickets, I just pulled the
I feel sorry
schedule.
for y'all because I'm looking at this right now.
So the doors open Sunday at 8 o'clock.
And we're going to be there. We're going to be waking up.
And we get to personally meet Doug and Stacey.
What hotel are we staying at?
Then we got
hotel?
Ow! Ow!
You're so dramatic.
Ow! Oh, stop.
No,
we get it after this. And
no, you were supposed to get it last Friday.
Home Preservation Method. A's and B's by Dr. Leo.
My mom did that. She raised a bee.
Stop. That's abuse.
No, you need to get the hotel.
We get to talk about, we meet Mike Dickinson from Fit Farmer. The CBD, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth with Connie Jacoby. Local sustainability resources to improve your health, your family, and your community by Maureen Diaz. Talking about elderberries.
Of which I'm like super fascinated with that.
With Terry Durham. Garlic, oh, my favorite.
Now, is Terry Durham, who was it came to your property, Doug and Stacey, that has like a whole, I'm wondering, is that the person? Because I don't remember the name. I'm horrible with names.
I am too.
That showed.
But I'm excited about the garlic and the powers of property because I love garlic. Most of the dishes that I cook have a minimum 5 cloves of garlic. 5. And then
I'm the one that cooks. I would know.
I said when I cook.
Which is like hardly ever now that I'm unemployed.
And then there's a 6:30 cruise. That's all from 8 to 6 or 8 to 5:15 or 5:30. Then they're doing raffles. Then at 6:30 there's the cruise where you get to tour cruise on.
So we have tickets for that.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, I got cruise tickets.
Oh, okay. For the Mississippi on the Mississippi.